like sports? Do you like beer? Do you love sports and beer? Then you're exactly where you need to be. This is the Huebs Views and Brews show on 1252 Sports Chicago. Cheers.
Welcome into another Huebs Views and Brews on a Monday night. I was not here last week, and I won't be here next Monday either, but we'll talk a little bit more about that a little bit later on in the show. Last week, I went to Boston for my birthday, along with my buddy Larry Griffin and his daughter Chrissy. We had a great time. We'll talk about that a little bit. Talks about some White Sox and Cub baseball. I know the Cubs are playing now. I saw a picture of the stands in Cincinnati. Apparently, not enough Cub fans went because there's nobody in the stands. Reds fans aren't coming out. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the things that happened at Yankee Stadium over the weekend. Got some other cool things to get into. And then Mike is going to join me in a couple minutes. He likes hockey, and he keeps trying to get me to watch hockey. I'm sorry, I'm watching Ozark, and I'm watching Bosch Legacy, and I'm watching a bunch of other shows. I'm not watching hockey. I'm not watching basketball. When the Bulls are in it, I watch the NBA playoffs. When the Blackhawks are in it, I watch the NHL playoffs. I don't care about the rest of them. We'll talk about that. Mike's all excited and geeked up about the NHL playoffs. And you can't get away from them right now. It's like every day there's hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs. And for those who love that, that's great. Absolutely wonderful. You like the PGA Championship? Cool. Happy for you. Yeah, I'm not into those or any of those, actually. And so we will discuss some other things. We got a lot of beer news. No beer guests today, but there's a lot of beer news. I'm setting up guests for the future. I've got calls out to Dovetail and Whiskey Hill, and I went out and talked to the new people at Hop District. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So we'll have some beer guests coming up in June, but nothing for today. But there's a lot of beer news, a ton of it. And let me start with, before I start with anything, it is Huebs Views and Brews, views on sports and other things, and also brews. So I pulled one out from a beer, that is. I pulled one out from Transient Artisan Ales and the Beer Cellar. They combined for a Neckbeard Nectar. This is an Imperial Stout, Elijah Craig barrel aged. It says Imperial Stout aged 13 months in Elijah Craig 11-year bourbon barrels, a 2021 release, 13.5 alcohol by volume. And this will be nice because I know a lot of people nowadays, especially with May coming up, they're drinking My Box and Kolsch's and lagers and things like that. And I was drinking those over the weekend. I mean, the last 3 days, I've had My Box, Belgian Wits, Kolsch, and yeah, some really good stuff. So we'll pour this one. And I know this is going to be a little thick, and people say, well, how do you drink stouts in the summer? Well, first of all, it's 60 today. So I don't know you necessarily consider it summer. But second of all, you can drink stouts any time of the year, okay? When you drink a 13% or 13.5% stout, that means you're basically having one or two for the night. And the odds are I'm having one, and that's this one. It smells awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see how it tastes. Man, oh man. This is tremendous. Has some nice flavor to it. A little bit of it doesn't say if there's anything else in it, just an Imperial Stout, but does taste a little bit like there's some kind of fruit or something in it, and gives it a great, great flavor. Absolutely. And Dave Hawley, the guys from the Beer Cellar, they do a great, great job. The bottle store they have over in Glen Ellen, and then they also have another one over in Geneva. I've not been to the one in Geneva as of yet, but I've been to the one in Glen Ellen. Very, very cool. So last week, I was actually back from Boston a week ago Monday, but I had spent the entire weekend in Boston with my buddy Larry and Chrissy, his daughter. and we share May 15th as a birthday. So we were going to go to the Sox-Yankee game, one of the Sox-Yankee games, at Guaranteed Rate Field, and decided it probably going to be pretty expensive and hard to get tickets. So instead, we flew to Boston and stayed there for 2 days. Okay, makes no sense at all, but we had a good time. We went to the Bell in Hand, which labels itself as the longest or the oldest continually operating tavern in the U.S. We went there for dinner on Friday night, and then bar hopped at a bunch of other places. Had 8, 9 beers and things like that. Saturday, got up, went to a beer fest in Boston at the Cyclorama, the Boston Center for the Arts. And I got to tell you, I told Chet Brett this, and he is not surprised. We love our beer here in Chicago and in Illinois, but I didn't have any beers that grabbed me. Okay. Usually you go to a beer fest, you'll have 1 or 2 or 3 things to say, damn, this is great. I got to go back and get it again. I got nothing like that in Boston. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't know them. Maybe I wasn't familiar with some of the other breweries. It was a good place, fun time. They had a couple of food stands there. They had pierogies, they had brats, they had waffles and things like that with different toppings on it. It was a fun time. It was warm in Boston. We walked a mile and a half to the beer fest, then stood outside to get in. I was a little overheated. Probably could have used a lot more water than I had. Then that night, after I had told Chrissy already, I said, Chrissy, after a 3.5 or 4 hour beer fest, I need a nap for an hour or two. So she laughed because she's younger. She doesn't need a nap. She can drink. So afterwards, we went out that night, went to the Union Oyster House, which bills itself as the longest continually operating restaurant in the U.S. And we had a great, great meal. For the 2 days there, we had lobster rolls, we had lobster mac and cheese. We went to the North End and went to Mike's Pastry and had cannolis. Just tremendous, a really fun time. And then we went to the Black Rose, a popular bar in downtown Boston, and we sat and watched a group called Devry, Devri. They sing Irish songs. They sang some Van Morrison. They sang a couple other things. We watched them for a couple hours. Enjoyed the heck out of Saturday night. We left on Sunday, went to the airport, was drinking margaritas at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. That was fun. Margaritas and a beer that was not at the beer fest that I tasted that was really, really good, called Santilli. It was a hazy IPA. Very, very tasty. So we had a great, great time. Before I bring in Mike, I just want to say, too, today I went to lunch with my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law, Annette Rubino, 91 years old today. And she likes Miller's Ale House because they have 35 shrimp, 35 battered shrimp. And she usually eats like a third of it, half of it, takes the rest home at night. So it took her out for her birthday. It was a fun time. It was a great time. And as I always say, all the best people, all the coolest people are born in May. So my buddy and his daughter and me, May 15th. I got a couple other friends, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, all in the middle of the month, and some other friends coming up, birthdays tomorrow. So, it's a great time for birthdays, great time for beer, and I'll get more into the beer and the conversations, and also why I won't be here next Monday. But we bring in my guy, Mike, who I saw a lot of over the weekend, this past weekend. Yeah, I saw a lot of you over the weekend.
Yeah, we did. We saw a lot of each other. It was a great weekend.
Yeah, Fozzie football on Saturday. Oh, to Nick and Ivy. We had fun doing that. Had a few beers there, and then on Sunday morning, you called me at like 9:30 and talked to me. You talked me into coming to Nick and Ivy to watch baseball.
I know.
It was fun.
I'm a degenerate. All right, I know this. I talked you into it. I conned you into it. Even your girlfriend was like, "Hey, go out with Mike. Go out with Mike. It's going to be a fun time."
I know. She likes you. Yeah, she likes you. We had a good time, and the pizza was great. For those people who are not familiar with in Romeoville, what's the name of the place?
That's a nice.
Okay, that's a nice, tremendous pizza, and something I'd never seen done with breadsticks before.
Yes. They kind of like they cut them down the middle, fill them with some cheese. Put all the fixings in the middle. and
Yeah.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, good stuff.
Listen, you're talking to a fat guy, Fred. I know all the great spots for fat guy food.
Listen, I'm a big guy too, and you've been telling me when I move to Lockport and the move gets finished, anytime I need something, just call you. Instead of Uber, I don't need Uber Eats. I don't need DoorDash. I just call you, and you'll tell me where to go and get stuff from.
I'll tell you where to go.
Yeah,
you call me, and I will tell you where to go.
Right.
I have all the fat guy fixins. Hands down.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That hopefully will be the end of June, early July, and we're heading out to Lockport, and cannot wait because it's looking forward to it. Cannot wait to get out there. But the reason I won't be here next Monday is because you and I are going to be together all day next Sunday.
Yes,
at Coach's Corner in Orland Park.
Yes, and I cannot wait for this. It's going to be the series finale of the Chicago Cubs, Chicago White Sox that last Sunday to figure out what's going on with the Cubs and White Sox this year. And it's going to be a great time. Kathy O'Connell, the bartender over there, the bar manager over there, is absolutely amazing. Hooks us up with a bunch of wings, hooks us up with a bunch of beers. We're going to be hanging out there, drinking, eating, having a fun time. I cannot wait for that last game of the season.
And we're gonna do a podcast before the game. Then we're gonna sit and watch the game, and then we'll do a post game. So we'll basically be doing a pregame, then a post game. And like you said, the wings are amazing. We've been there before and had some of the wings. Absolutely tremendous. Right. A great beer selection. So I'm looking forward to Sunday. The Sox and the Cubs wrapping up their Crosstown series.
Not only are we doing a pre and post game, but there's also going to be a 50-50 raffle. There's also going to be a raffle for Brewers and Cubs tickets the next day. So, I mean, if everything hooks up right, you guys come on out, put your bid in, win the tickets for the Brewers and Cubs. It's going to be a great time, Fred. I cannot wait.
No, I can't either. We're going to have a really good time. That'll be next Sunday, the 29th from noon until 5. You can find Coach's Corner, 8118 143rd Street in Orland Park. I know my buddy Tom Kelly said he's got to come out there because he's got to keep an eye on you. So he doesn't live far.
He said he had to order me 3 Ubers.
Yeah.
He's splitting me up in 3. So that's okay.
Yeah. So we'll have a good time on Sunday, the 29th. So let's talk baseball, and we'll talk regular baseball, and then we'll talk other stuff. But
let's do it.
The White Sox are a team that I know I saw your show last Thursday. The White Sox are a team that was expected to be really, really good. Right now, they're 21-20. They're 4 games behind Minnesota in the AL Central. And I'm hearing a lot of people say, oh, it looks like you're turning things around. If you're Michael Kopech yesterday, I don't know how much turning things around is when you're 4 for 15 with runners in scoring position.
Right.
The offense is still struggling big time. And I mean, you get an AJ Pollock homer to win the first game of the doubleheader yesterday, 3-1, and then you get it's 2-0, and then Tim Anderson goes deep, and you knew he would going deep to right field because the right field of Yankee Stadium is the shortest in all of baseball, and he goes deep, finishes that game, a 5-0 win for the Sox yesterday. The Yankees hadn't lost a series all season, and the Sox take 2 out of 3, winning the doubleheader. But I think one of the more important things in the series yesterday was you and I sat and watched Johnny Cueto, and I only was worried the one time where it looked like he pulled something with all the histrionics he does on the mound, but he looked great. And then Michael Kopech last night. I mean, Michael Kopech right now, I don't know if you saw this, he's got the most starts this year of 4 or fewer hits and 2 or fewer runs. He's got 7 starts with that this year. And he's got an ERA of 1.29, and he finally got a win because the offense has not been helping him all season. It was fun watching him yesterday.
Kopech has been a dominant force on the mound this year. He has been absolutely unbelievable. Power pitching. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm losing my voice. But power pitching, he's been absolutely unbelievable on the bump this year. Striking out batters, getting guys out, doing what he needs to do in a role that the White Sox need him to be.
Yeah.
All right. They need him to be a guy that get guys out.
Yeah.
And he's been that way. Yeah.
Think about it. You'll have Giolito, Cease, Lynn when he comes off the off of the IL, and then you got to get rid of Dallas Keuchel somehow. Just pay him his money and say leave.
3 starts have been really good starts.
I know they've not been bad. But then you've got Cueto and you have Kopech. Now that's a hell of a pitching staff. You've been telling me for the whole season, wait till Joe Kelly gets here. Right. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I have. I've been having grabbers with Joe Kelly on the mound. Every time he goes out there. Now his last couple outings, he's been better. He's gotten guys out. That's been nice the last couple outings. Graveman gave up a homer yesterday. Hey, everybody gives up homers to Aaron Judge. I think he hit another one tonight.
He did.
Yeah. So I think it's 16 now. Everybody gives up homers to Aaron Judge. So that I can't have a problem with. But with Graveman and with Liam Hendricks, I think their bullpen's in good shape. We'll see what happens in middle relief. Hey, Ronaldo Lopez, a guy who they had as a starter, now he's come out of the pen. He threw a couple pitches 100 miles an hour yesterday. And that was nice to see. But the bats are just not there. I think of all their hits in the second game, they had the homer and everything else was singles.
Well, hey, look at Yaz. Look at Yaz going.
Oh, stop it. Stop it with Yaz. Yeah, you knew that was going to get me. I'm sitting there watching. I'm listening to Len Casper the other day. He goes, here comes Yaz. I'm going, fuck no. You can't call Yasmani Grandal Yaz. Yaz is saved for Carl Yastrzemski. Right now, Hawk is down in Florida going, what the hell? He goes, what are you talking about? Yes.
I say it was the perfect time for it. It was the perfect time for
it. My God. And like you said, we've talked about it. Yaz is for Carl Yastrzemski and for Mike Yastrzemski, not for right. Yasmani Grandal. Now, he had an RBI in the first game. He had a productive out in the second game. And then earlier in the week, I couldn't stop laughing when they said, well, Yasmani Grandal coming in for defensive purposes. Right. My ass. Yasmani Grandal's not been a defensive catcher that's why they have it. That's why we see so much of Reese McGuire. He had 2 hits yesterday, big RBI. Andrew Vaughn had an RBI. McGuire had an RBI. That was really nice. They needed them because they weren't scoring anything. But, Yasmani Grandal, though, stepped up, and we'll talk about him in a couple of minutes. But, their bats are just not doing it. I mean, Abreu's getting an RBI here and there.
Right.
I thought Luis Robert looked lost yesterday.
And you know what? Jose Abreu's been turning it on lately.
Yeah.
He's been hitting for a little bit of power. Had a homer yesterday. Put it out deep. This Sox team, I'm sorry, Fred. I know what you're saying. And me being an outside of the box fan, they are what they are. I mean, that's the way I see it. That's the way I see this team. They're going to beat the Royals. They're going to beat the Tigers. They're going to beat the Twins.
But they haven't so far this year. They're miserable against the American League Central.
They're going to, though.
Yeah.
They're going to.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the Astros, the Tigers, or the Astros, the Yankees, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, whatever you want to call them now.
Right.
That's a tongue twister as it is.
Yeah.
Those teams are going to give them struggles.
Yeah.
And it's going to weigh them down a little bit in this AL Central. It really is. It's going to bring them down a little bit. A division that you thought that was going to be so secured by the White Sox beating up on tiny teams with the Tigers, the Twins, and the Royals.
Yeah.
It's not going to be so easy for them.
No. They struggled.
It's not going to be so easy.
They struggled in Kansas City. I mean, Bobby Witt Jr. had a nice series against the White Sox in KC, and now the White Sox. Yeah, Benintendi is really good.
Had a nice series against the Sox.
But now the White Sox, after a day off tonight, which is nice, not to have Sox baseball on a Monday. They almost play every Monday that I'm doing a show. But now they get the Red Sox for 3 straight games.
Yes, Scott Merkin.
For 3 straight games.
For his text.
For 3 straight games, they get the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox have won 5 in a row. After the White Sox went to Fenway and just put it to the Red Sox have now won 5 straight, and now they come to Guaranteed Rate Field tomorrow for the first of a series. Dylan Cease against Nick Pivetta. And Pivetta had a really good game in his last outing, so I'm looking forward to that. Now, after the home run from Tim Anderson yesterday.
Yes. Game 2,
everybody,
by the way, because he didn't play game 1.
Yeah,
game
which
2.
is bullshit. Which is, I mean, you know what?
I still don't understand Tony La Russa's fucking thinking.
We're watching the game on Sunday afternoon, game 1, and they put up the graphic. 40 games, 40 different starting lineups.
Yes.
You're 76 years old. Just leave a damn lineup out there, okay? He doesn't know where to bat Andrew Vaughn. He's not sure where to hit Luis Robert. Not sure what to do with Gavin Sheets. And now they win the second game, okay? Tim Anderson, the home run, he had 3 hits. He's hitting really well. He's unbelievable. Right now, and this morning, first thing I look at, I see today, among Major League shortstops, he's first in WAR, weighted runs created plus, average, on base, slugging, and OPS. And I always throw this in, he also leads Major League Baseball in errors. Now, Everyone says, why do you bring him down?
Thank
you.
You
You know what? You got to balance things out. You're a baseball player. You've got to have not only the offense, but the defense.
Right.
And offensively, he's having a tremendous year.
Yes.
I love watching Tim Anderson at the plate. I love when he swings first pitch. I love him going the opposite way. Tim Anderson as an offensive player is tremendous. Defensively, still a lot to be desired. But you know what? Yeah, the offense is more than making up for it right now.
Right.
So that's good to see. In May, he's hitting .397, a .454 on base, and a .513 slug with 2 homers, 11 RBIs, 11 runs, and 5 walks. And the 5 walks is important because Tim Anderson doesn't walk.
He does not walk.
No, he usually, and maybe that's something that Frank Menachino and the White Sox sat and talked to this team and say, listen, take some pitches. You guys are swinging early. You're letting starters get deep in games for the other teams, and you gotta take some walks. Anderson took a walk the other day. I'm not sure if it was Saturday or yesterday, but he took a walk to lead off the game. Had to be Saturday, and I'm interested to see how it's going to play out with these guys going forward. Moncada's got to come back. He's not hitting. Let's see here. Left field, you've got your Andrew Vaughn, which is great. Andrew Vaughn's your RB.
This is something I want to bring up, Fred. The whole Yoan Moncada thing, right? I thought Yoan Moncada, if you look at him in dress clothes, right?
Yeah.
He looks like a baseball player.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Yoan Moncada was going to be a lot better than what he is currently.
I think the White Sox did too.
I really did. And he has all the fun. He has all the fundamentals to be somebody like Robinson Cano, minus the steroids.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
He has that. He has that build.
He has Lindor. He has Lindor. I mean, even though Lindor's a little smaller, but he has the Lindor, and he switch hitter. He can do all that stuff. He's just, and after he got COVID, he had a hard time recovering from COVID. Think about it. Man. They mentioned it the other day. It was Kopech and Moncada for Chris Sale. Basically, that was the deal, and it's not looking too bad right now because Chris Sale's been on the shelf for so long. Now Sale did get it. He did get a World Series ring in Boston. He got that. That's fine. But I like the deal when it happened. I like Sale until the day he cut up the jerseys, and then screw him. I don't care. You're not comfortable in a jersey. Who are you? You're some guy that went to school in some school in Florida, coastal whatever. And it's like, come on, but he's maybe going to come back for Boston, but Moncada's got to come back because when Moncada's hitting, this team wins constantly because Moncada's got a great bat. He had a couple of homers last week. Maybe he's coming around, but I didn't see enough of it yesterday, and that was tough. Our guy Harry jumping in. By the way, I don't know if you knew this. Harry picked yesterday on Jacob Charnow's show. He said the Sox were going to win the doubleheader against the Yankees. Now, if you and I would have stuck with him, we could have had some money, more money to spend than Nick and Ivy.
Yeah.
So every Friday, Harry's got the overs and unders.
Free. That pizza would have been free.
Yes, it would have been. Yeah. So Harry's got the overs and unders on Friday. Jacob Charnow with his NFL stuff on Sunday mornings. All of it here on 1252. And Harry does a great job. He knows what he's doing. Unlike me, who played yesterday. What did I play? I played a four leg parlay.
Tim Anderson with a homer in the first game. He didn't even play.
Yeah, I know he didn't even play. I had to get rid of it. Yeah. Who knew? That's the thing that bothers me about Tony La Russa's lineup is when you have the number of players you have, a lot of guys have to play both games. Why is Tim Anderson not playing both games? They got today off. They had the rain out off. And it's like, come on. I don't know. Sometimes they pamper these players so much. They're making tons of money. They're out there. It's baseball. You bat 4 times. I don't know. It's aggravating. But the White Sox, we'll see how they do again. It's a big series against Boston. So they have today off. They play 3 against Boston. Then they have Friday off. Then they play the Cubs for 2 days. So they only have 5 games in the week, 2 days off. So hopefully they can all be well rested for the Cubs series when the Northsiders come to town. Before we get to the Cubs,
they're already in town. The Cubs are in town.
Nah, they're in Cincinnati. So I think they have 4 games in Cincinnati.
Yeah, so Cincinnati though
that's actually coming up. You and I got to go to a Cubs Red series in Cincinnati. A 3 or 4 gamer. We'll rip that town up, and Megan and Linda will say, "Really? We let them go to Cincinnati?"
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure my wife would be really happy about that.
Yeah, well, in years to come. Maybe not this year. Maybe next year. So, before we get to the Cubs,
yes,
the Josh Donaldson situation. Yes, that happened.
A shit show.
It is.
This is a shit show
for a lot of reasons.
I told you earlier about it.
Yeah. For a lot of reasons.
Talking about this, and you're like, "Yeah, we're talking about." I was like, "Fuck."
For a lot of reasons, and here's 2 white guys, and we have no idea how Tim Anderson feels.
Right.
And one of the things I have to say is, if in fact Tim Anderson felt disrespected, Josh Donaldson should say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean any disrespect." Okay, but the whole article in 2019 saying, I want to be like the Jackie Robinson and do this and do that,
a quote unquote new age Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, but that Josh Donaldson was saying it in a disrespectful way.
Yes,
he was giving him crap.
Yes,
but how many times you hear disrespectful stuff? I've seen from other people on Twitter today. How many times you see disrespectful stuff going on out there in baseball? And I know that I heard earlier today, Joe Kelly was on the Score 670. He said he got fined 8 games for just a look that he gave to a guy after a pitch. And Josh Donaldson gets suspended 1 game, fined some money. Here's what they said: for inappropriate comments, disrespectful, and a poor judgment. Poor judgment, I agree with. Okay?
Right.
Probably at this time, maybe you probably don't go that way. But if, in fact, Josh Donaldson's not lying, Josh Donaldson said they've joked about it before. Who knows? Nobody knows but those 2.
Right.
And I saw the guys, I'll let you go in a minute, but I saw the guys on Pardon the Interruption today. And I was eager to see what Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser would say about this. And they both said that there should not have been a suspension, that Rob Manfred should have sat in a room with Josh Donaldson and Tim Anderson. Obviously tough to get those guys all in a room, and have them talk it out and go from there. But the 1 game suspension, I know he appealed the suspension. It's 1 game. I mean, at this point you said fine, whatever you want. They're playing the Orioles tonight, I think. So, but again, if in fact Tim Anderson was offended, fine. Just let him go at it, though. I don't have a problem with letting him go at it. Tim Anderson was all over it. Thank goodness for Gavin Sheets and Jose Abreu, 2 of the biggest guys in baseball, holding Tim Anderson back in that game on Saturday. So go ahead. The floor is yours.
So our guy Harry the Greek says Josh Donaldson should have been suspended many more games than he was. Give me a break. One game? Are you kidding me? All right, so listen. Did I think it was wrong? Yes, 100%. Josh Donaldson needs to shut his fucking mouth. But that's exactly what Josh Donaldson is. He's an agitator. I mean, 100%. Everybody knows this. He's that guy that just gets underneath your skin. He's been that guy since he's been in Toronto with Oakland. He's been that guy that gets underneath your skin. I'm not giving him a pass on this, okay? I'm not giving him a pass. But come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You sit there, you say you want yourself to be the new Jackie Robinson. You're giving yourself to be listen, qualify me as the new Jackie Robinson. All right. You put that picture on yourself. So when somebody calls you Jackie, I could say I'm the new Jackson Pollock, and I throw fucking paintballs at the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Call me, hey, what's up, Pollock?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, come on. You're putting that on yourself.
Yeah.
Let's get real, Tim Anderson. Tim Anderson, I love this dude.
Yeah.
He's absolutely unbelievable offensively. Defensively, he's dog shit. Offensively, he's amazing. I love Tim Anderson. Let's get real here, though. Pick and choose. Tim Anderson's problem is Tim Anderson right now. I'm going to say it right now. Tim Anderson's problem is Tim Anderson. And that's exactly what it is. He's going to corner himself in a situation right now where, hey, listen, either you play defense, you play offense, that's it. Shut the fuck up and do your job.
Now, I was listening to some New York radio only because the station I used to work for, ESPN 1000, goes to Greeny from 10 till 12, which is crap. And they had Chris Carton and some other guy on, and they were talking, and some of the other East Coast people. It's so weird. It's like sides. It's like people say, well, I'm a Sox fan, so I'm standing up for Anderson. He should be suspended more. I'm a Yankee fan, so he shouldn't be suspended at all. You know what? As I said, they should have talked it out and gotten it taken care of. I don't know that suspension was needed, but if you're going to make any suspension, Major League Baseball, one game's fine. Right. It's one game out of 162. And
I think he should have been suspended.
I know. I didn't either. And I was eager to see. But there are other people that say he should have been, like Harry, should have been suspended for more games. Why? And
exactly.
Yeah,
why?
I don't, it's disrespectful. Yes. Maybe disrespectful. Yes, and so we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out.
He's not calling him. Josh Donaldson was not calling him a derogatory term or a racist term. He's calling him what Tim Anderson gave himself.
Yeah. I had
new age Jackie Robinson.
I had one of my realtors. I have many. No, I only have one realtor. A friend of mine who's a realtor. He's Jonathan Darren, because we may see his spot coming up in the spot break in a second.
We will.
But my guy Joe Kenny called me. He said, "Let me ask you a question." He said, "What's so different between Josh Donaldson and AJ Przinsky? They're agitators. They get on the nerves of the other guys."
Right.
And I listened to him and I go, "You're right. They do." And Joe Kelly earlier today said, Josh Donaldson's a douche. I'm not going to disagree with that. That's fine.
A douche.
Yeah, he probably is. He can be on Carmen Nierko's show, Who's the Douche? And but I don't know that I don't know that it was a 1-game suspension. And it was weird. The slide at second base, he slid into second. Tim Anderson and him came together again in the game on Saturday. But it's over now. We'll see. But it was perfect on a Sunday because ESPN, the Score, The Fan. They had hours. Mike Murphy texted me early in the morning earlier today. He said, "Thank God we don't have to talk about this for 4 hours." And I said, "You ain't kidding." Because when you do sports radio, this is what you got to talk about for 4 freaking hours.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Before I go to any beer stuff and before I let you relax and rest that sore throat.
Oh my God, I'm dying here. I've been talking all day.
Cubs are 16-24 going into the game today. And you and I were sitting there watching the Cubs, and you've been to a couple of games. You were at a couple of games last week, I think. And then you look at it, you got Schwindel and Wisdom and Schwindel. Back-to-back homers, consecutive days. And you know what? They're not winning anything.
No, they suck.
But you've got some interest. I mean, you got Wade Miley look good again yesterday until he didn't. Yes. He gave up 3 in the inning. He was up 3-0. Gave up 3. Exactly. He gave up some, but they came back. They got the win yesterday. You got to keep it interesting for the fans. I mean, we looked at the stands when we were at Nick and Ivy yesterday.
Right.
It's not like it used to be. It's not like open the doors and the fans will fill it up. And because of that, they're going to have to get some players. And Jed Hoyer is going to have to figure out what to do, maybe next offseason. Because these guys, Wisdom and Schwindel, aren't your future. They're old. They're 29, 30 years old. These are older guys. Right. But it's nice to see certain guys come in. Nice to see Morrell, who's a guy that, I didn't know he played short. But
he plays everywhere, this guy.
Well, you and I were talking, and coming into the season, Madrigal and Horner, the double play combination, they're both hurt. So that makes it difficult.
Seriously, don't even get me started on that. You and I were talking about that earlier yesterday.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that.
Yeah,
Horner
I know.
And Nico Madrigal. I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine. But
that's where I'm at. The Cubs and Cubs fans relied on these. Now I'm pissed. Good job, Fred. Now I'm upset.
I worked at it.
Made me upset. All right. The Cubs have relied on these 2 shitheads to be available for 140 games each.
Right.
All right.
And they can't do it.
And they cannot do it. Nick Madrigal, Nicky 2 strikes, more like Nicky fucking 3 strikes. All right. More like Nicky ground out to the second baseman. Nico Horner, more like Nico Horner, more like Nico fucking ground out to the shortstop. All right. I mean, that's where it's at with these 2 shitheads. And what it is Nico and Nicky can't fucking stay healthy, what it is.
They can't.
It's what it boils down to. You rely on these 2 shitheads to be available for 140 games apiece, and they're not there.
Yeah.
They're just not there.
And I was watching Dan Duquette a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about the Reds and that they're preparing now for the 2025 season because of the guys they're trying to build up. So the Cubs are at least a couple years away. They're not 1 year away. They're probably not 2 years away.
Right.
They've got to be able to build this team, find some free agents that'll come here, younger free agents that'll stick around and be here for a while. Look at you. Look how disgusted you are.
2025. Can you imagine being a Cincinnati Reds fan? We're preparing for the 2025 season.
They showed on MLB Central.
Just give me a bullet.
Here's what they got rid of last year. They got rid of Suarez, Winker,
everybody, Wade Miley,
Miley, Sonny Gray. They got rid of all these guys in 1 year. If you're a Reds fan, there's a reason there's nobody there watching the Reds game tonight because that's why we can go next year. You and me, Reds, Cubs, 3-4 game series. It's a wonderful place.
Jonathan India, he's another one of those guys. He's a guy like Nico Horner, Nick Madrigal.
He'll be all right. He'll be okay.
The fucking guy cannot stay healthy.
He'll be okay though.
Jonathan India, dump him.
Okay.
He blows.
Before we go away and I do beer stuff and we run some of our sponsors.
Yes.
Adley Rutschman was a first-round pick a couple
What
years
a
ago
great
for the
story,
Orioles.
man.
And the video of his minor league coach and manager telling him he's going to the big leagues and going to play at Camden Yards. And then what he did when he first went behind the plate and he looks around the stadium, my God. I mean, I don't know if you thought about being a major league player when you were a kid, but that's everybody's dream, whoever thought they could play baseball.
Right.
And here's this kid. He's 2 for his first 8. He had a triple on his opening game. That's awesome. It was so cool to see. And now, they're coming to the South Side. You get a chance to see him and Trey Mancini and Mullins, and they got some guys. Slowly but surely, the Orioles are trying to put something together.
Hopefully, that's a tough division.
Well, I was going to say, when you're in a division like that, you're screwed. You've got to get a free agent that's going to really say, here, jump on with me. But they're trying. They're in a bad position, but we'll see how that goes. And then you brought this up to me about Pujols pitching the other day. And then the other day I saw Yadier Molina pitch. Now, first of all, the Cardinals were winning 18-0.
Yeah.
And then they put Yadier Molina in the pitch. And I was watching Matt Vasgersian this afternoon, and he said, this has to stop. And the reason he said it was, I can't remember who they were playing. Oh, the Pirates. They were playing the Pirates.
Yeah.
The Pirates were, and their runs for the day were 3.5. It was 18-0 until Yadier Molina came in. And I think he gave up enough runs so anybody that had under 3.5 lost the bet. Now, that's not the reason I'm against this. I'm against all position players ever pitching. If you don't have a pitching staff deep enough, just throw some guy out there. Throw one of your guys, a guy that threw the day before. Let him throw the ball over the plate. Get the damn outs. I hate position players pitching. You seem to be the other way.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely the other way. I mean, listen, you got to play this thing as it's. You have to play every series as it's your last series. All right.
Wow.
You really do. You got to save your bullpen. I'm not going to go out and throw Keegan Thompson when I'm up 21-0 or 18-0. I'm not doing it.
Let your previous guy stay in for another inning.
No, screw it. Let Wilson Contreras
No.
throw an inning. I don't care.
Then you should have
18-0. 18-0.
Then you should have the slaughter rule in Major League Baseball.
You should. I mean, honestly,
there you go. This way it eliminates.
I mean, at some point you should.
Yeah, it eliminates
when you're up 18 runs.
Yeah.
Yes,
it eliminates position players pitching. Okay,
just stop the game.
You love the hockey playoffs. I don't give a rat's ass about the hockey playoffs. You love them. You kept telling me yesterday, don't be a weirdo. Watch the hockey playoffs.
The hockey playoffs are absolutely amazing right now.
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. You got 2 teams in Florida, which they can't even make ice in Florida.
Unbelievable. The Lightning right now, the Tampa Bay Lightning are up 3-0 on the Florida Panthers. Great series. It's been nothing but bloodshed, beating the shit out of each other. If you like hockey play, if you like competitive sports,
yeah,
just competitive sports, where it's just like boom, 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 all the time. That's a series you need to watch.
Well, and one of our favorite guys, we talked about him yesterday, Dave Wills. He's at a bar watching that Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
I saw him posted earlier. He was at a bar getting ready for the Tampa Bay game. My buddy John Momola, he's out there because the games are on his station at WDAE down in Tampa. And, that's why anytime I see Tampa in the playoffs, I hope they win. For those guys.
You know they fucking cheat. Tampa Bay.
Everybody cheats.
Cheating fuckers.
Everybody cheats.
It's been awesome. The NHL playoffs have been absolutely unbelievable. Last night, again, the Edmonton and Calgary series.
Yeah.
In Edmonton. I mean, it was these guys are beating the shit out of each other, Fred. I mean, literally hitting each other every time an open puck happens. They're just bashing each other. Awesome series. Connor McDavid is just he's
unbelievable. Yeah, he's so good.
And when Draisaitl on the other end, he's just it's not even fair. And tonight you got the Lightning and Panthers going again tonight, and you get the Avalanche and Blues going again tonight. The NHL playoffs have been absolutely phenomenal. I watched this more than I watched the NBA playoffs.
Oh, I don't watch the NBA playoffs at all, and I really don't. And I know there's a game. Maybe I'll watch the NHL playoff. I think MLB may have a game on tonight, so maybe I'll watch that. One other thing, and then we're going to go to some commercials. Our sponsors are great; they're out there. You called me the other day. I'm not sure how many beers you had when you called me, but you said that you, me, Brad, one of our guys from the Fozzie football, and was it Joe? We're going to try and challenge Andre the Giant, who's gone, right?
Yes.
156 beers.
156 beers in 24 hours.
But we're going to split it 4 ways.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so that's 30-some beers a person, right? Or a little bit more?
Yeah.
So have you seen the 99 pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon?
Yes, I have.
We got to get 2 of those.
We need definitely 2
and
of
have
those,
extras. Because those are the beers you might want to drink. That or Miller Lite.
And that's good. That's going to be a thing that we do at Nick and Ivy. All right.
Yeah.
We all have an easy Uber ride home. But that's definitely going to be a thing. So Andre the Giant, it's a world record. Andre the Giant drank 156 beers in 24 hours.
Uh-huh.
Well, we're not giants, Fred.
No,
we're not giants.
We're a quarter of his size.
All right, I'm a fat, short guy. Okay, I'm like 5'8".
I'm a big, tall guy. So I'm 6'2",
310 pounds.
I'm 6'2", and I go 290. So
I'm being real. I'm 5'8", 310 pounds. I'm a fat, short guy. That's gonna be a tough road. We got to start that early. We got to start
35, 36 beers. We started like 7, but it's 24 hours, so it doesn't matter when we start.
We just got to early.
We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be a tough day, but yeah, Andre the Giant drank 156 beers in a 24-hour span, and we are going to attempt to drink 156 beers between 4 human beings.
Right.
Between 4 human adults.
Yeah.
In 24 hours. We'll see if it can happen.
We should get some sponsors for that.
We should.
Yeah. Probably medical, probably emergency systems and things like that. Yeah.
911 as a whole. Yeah.
Okay. Let's listen from some of our sponsors. When I come back, I got a lot of beer stuff. Mike, appreciate it as always. And again, don't forget, next Sunday, you'll get a lot more of this, me and Mike. Not only on the podcast, but just walking around during the Sox and Cubs game at Coach's Corner in Orland Park. We'll have a great time. 8118 143rd Street in Orland Park. We're going to have a great time. Great beers, great wings. I'm definitely going to have someone drive me home for that one. Hopefully drive me there, too. Otherwise, my car's going to be there. But we'll figure it all out. But, Mike, always fun. You got your show coming up on Wednesday.
We do.
So, yeah. So we will.
Thank you for having me again tonight, Fred. I really do appreciate it.
No, I love having you, and I love BSing by the bar. I almost said bullshitting, but I figured I wouldn't. But now I did.
You can say it. We're on a podcast now.
I know. So I always love bullshitting about sitting at the bar. We had a great time yesterday at Nick and Ivy, and so let's hear from our sponsors, and we come back. I got a lot of beer people. And then we're going to hear from more sponsors. I got even more beer stuff. So we'll do all that coming up right after this. Thanks, Mike.
All right, Fred. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hello. This is Paul from Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. We are located at 1026 South State Street in historic downtown Lockport, Illinois. We are very excited to be partnering up with the FatMike ChicagoSports Show, as well as the 1252 brand, because we are one of the few Chicagoland breweries that embrace sports and sports culture. Come in for a fresh brewed beer made right here in Lockport while catching the game of your favorite team. Stay for the live music that we have booked every weekend, or just come for a cozy atmosphere to enjoy a good conversation with a friend, loved one, or complete stranger. Nick and Ivy makes you feel right at home no matter what the occasion is. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching for Nick and Ivy Brewing Company. Visit our website for our up-to-date tap list or to go shopping on our online store at nickivybrewing.com. That's Nikivy brewing.com. Come in today for fresh brewed beer born and raised in Lockport, Illinois.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Darren, licensed real estate broker with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group in Homer Glen. Are you looking to buy or sell? Have you been disappointed in the past? The Jonathan Darren team with Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group focuses on providing you with a concierge level of service during the process of buying or selling. We are a service-oriented team with a fresh and professional approach to selling real estate. Our goal is to combine knowledge, skills, and passion to exceed our clients' expectations, and most of all, we truly care. We are a knowledgeable real estate team focused on offering expertise and innovative solutions for our clients. The Jonathan Darren team has 5 full-service real estate brokers and a dedicated full-time marketer servicing all of Chicagoland. We will customize a detailed plan around your timeline for a sale, purchase, investment, estate, or other needs. Real estate transactions can be stressful, but don't need to be. Let us handle it for you. Visit our website, homesbyjdt.com, or call 708-308-1938 today. Expect better in real estate. Choose the Jonathan Darren team.
Hi, this is Kathy O'Connell at Coach's Corner, located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Our phone number is 708-364-1026. We are Orland Park's #1 sports bar. Come in for our wonderful beer menu and seltzers with a fully stocked bar. Watch a game, drink a beer, and try something off our amazing menu. We have everything to choose from: nachos, potato skins, and our house-made bar chips to start off with. Then try our tacos, burgers, and one of our delicious sandwiches. And don't leave without trying our famous jumbo wings. They do not disappoint. Coach's Corner. It will sure to become your local bar. Again, we are located at 8118 West 143rd Street in Orland Park. Come see us today.
Yeah, don't miss Coach's Corner next week, next Sunday. Go anytime. But next Sunday, Mike and I will be out there for the finale of the White Sox Cubs Crosstown series. That'll be fun. We'll be out there at noon, at probably 11:30. Whatever time they open and start serving beers, Mike will be there. So I'll probably be there shortly afterwards. Lot of beer news, okay? And Thursday, Skeleton Key Brewing, and I got one of their hats. Oh, yeah, I'm so bad. I'd be a bad weather person. Skeleton Key Brewing. They got cool hats. I had to go there. But they had their grand reopening. It was delayed a week because of COVID. A couple of people that were important to their place had COVID, so they had delayed it a week. And they opened up this past Thursday. I couldn't make it Thursday because my lovely girlfriend, Linda, took me to see Fiddler on the Roof. Trying to give me some culture. Trying to throw some culture at me. And you would think, being a 65-year-old, I would have seen Fiddler on the Roof once before. Not me. Never. Probably was watching something else. But it was wonderful. We had a great time Thursday night. Then on Friday, I stopped by Skeleton Key Brewing. I had a Migratory. That's one of their flagship beers. It's a golden ale with toasted coconut. Awesome beer. I had a couple other beers there. Had a great time. Saturday, I went to Hop District. Okay, Hop District is a new brewery in LaGrange Park. I'll talk about them in a second. I'll do it right now. The hat is so cool from Skeleton Key. That's why I did have to go there. The Hop District, 31st and LaGrange Road. I grew up in Cicero. So there were many times after my wife and I got married, we lived in Westmont, so I drove past there a lot. And down 31st. So 31st and LaGrange Road, there's a gas station, then there's Marone's Restaurant, and then Hop District. Hop District, Jim Koblish, great guy. I met him, his wife Shane. They do a great job at the brewery. And it's in LaGrange Park. I had a Maibach, a Hazy, a Kolsch, and a Hefeweizen. Every beer was great. Absolutely wonderful. If you get a chance, head on out there. Great people, great beer, and wonderful little place there. They have a beer called, they have a 12.2 Imperial Stout called Thick Thighs and Pretty Eyes. Just think about that for a minute. Thick thighs and pretty eyes. Okay, I can open my eyes now. And there's a lot of people who live in the area.
It sounds like me. Thick thighs and pretty eyes.
Thick thighs and pretty eyes. There you go. And one of the young ladies I had a chance to meet over the last couple of years with beer is Mia Reynolds. She lives in the area, and she said she had the last pour of that, the Thick Thighs and Pretty Eyes. So I cannot wait to get back out there and maybe try that one. My sister Colette said, "Did I hear you and Mike are going to try drinking 36 beers apiece? You better check into that. Remember, some lady died drinking that much." Too much water, trying to win a Wii console. Well, you know what? That's okay. We'll make sure we drink some water in between, Colette. Nope, no problem. Nice to see my sister Colette watching the podcast. So anyway, I went to Skeleton Key Brewing on Friday. I went to Hop District on Saturday, and Pig Dog Video said Fred was the best U.S. men's national team, in your opinion. 204 2014. I'm going to go with the one that got to the quarterfinals. And because I'm drinking beer, I can't remember which one it was. But that's what I'm going with. The one that got to the quarterfinals. And who's it? Germany, I think? Yeah, I think so. Or Belgium, one of the two. But, yeah, I know a little bit better. By the way, I usually talk soccer here. The Chicago Fire suck. They're like the worst team in Major League Soccer right now. They shouldn't be. They're not scoring goals. Ezra Hendrickson, the coach, is not the reason. He should stick around, and they should get some goal scorers, some guys who can figure it out. They got a lot of young players. Hopefully things will work out. Okay, back to beer. Skeleton Key Brewing on Friday. Saturday, Hop District. Great beer place. You got to go there. Went to Nick and Ivy Brewing. Nick and Ivy's got an Ivy Hound, a Maibach, which me and Mike were drinking the last couple of days. And they also have a Wit Begins, a Belgian wit beer. Very, very good. If you get a chance, get on out there. A lot of people were out there Saturday and Sunday while we were out there. Great beer from Nick and Ivy. Goldfinger is releasing their third batch of the New Zealand lager. And Thomas Beckman over at Goldfinger says they've worked on the first two batches. They've done a little bit of tweaking. They really like what they've done. They're looking forward to what the third batch is going to look like. It's going to be in cans. They're releasing that very, very soon. I've mentioned a couple times, I'm trying to get the guys from Dovetail Brewing on because my buddy Larry and his daughter Chrissy, who we went to Boston, the three of us went to Boston. We went to Dovetail Brewing and Beguile Brewing a couple weeks ago. Dovetail is awesome. They make great German-style beers. They make Maibachs. They make Helles. They make Rausch beers, which is a smoked beer. Really, really good. They do a great job. I could not believe how I should have believed it, but I could not. It was so wonderful when I went out there. It was great. Dovetail and Beguile get together now for the May Festiversary. Okay, they're going to have Saturday and Sunday from noon until 9. Great time. Get out there. They got food. They got beer. They got music. Sausage. They got sausage. I was watching something they did on TV, and Hagen Dost, one of the owners and brewers from Dovetail, was there. And get out there if you get a chance. If you're in the city, if you have a chance to get out there on a Saturday or Sunday from noon until 9. And they are also raising money for Friendship Center. It is a group that provides food for the people that need it in the Albany Park area. And so get out there. Dovetail and Beguile, some great stuff. One more thing here. Exit Strategy in Forest Park, which I'm embarrassed to say I've not been to. I have not been to Forest Park. Well, I've been to Forest Park, but I've not been to Exit Strategy yet. They have their 7th anniversary coming up, and get on out to Exit Strategy. I know my godchild, Taylor, has been out there, and they make great beer. Get on out to Exit Strategy. I will try to get out there soon. It's tough with all the breweries around here, breweries in the city, breweries out in St. Charles like 93 Octane and things like that. It's tough to cover them all as a 65-year-old, but I'm trying. I'm working at it. Do we have more commercials? Do we have more spots, more sponsors to get to? Because I got a couple more things here. Mike, we got a couple more things to get to? Or is he smoking and enjoying his beer?
Yes, we have a couple more spots to get to.
Well, let's do that. Let's take some sponsors now. You've had a chance to rest your voice. So let's take a few more sponsors now. We got a couple more things. I don't know if I've got a What's Up Fred's can or not. I'll figure it out in the commercial break. That's how you do things in the podcast.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Fozzie Football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. Easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Fozzie Football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
Megaplex Sports Complex is a 78,000 square foot center filled with hardwood and turf. They have baseball rentals with batting cages, softball, soccer, lacrosse, gymnastics, cheerleading, cornhole, basketball, volleyball, and pickleball. It also features a bar and grill with the best pizza and beef sandwiches around. They cater to events such as birthdays, graduations, corporate parties, as well as memorabilia shows. Check them out at Megaplex Sports Complex, 15301 South Bell Road in Homer Glen, 708-966-4210. I got a feeling you're going to see us out at Game On coming up in the next couple of months. We'll be out there doing some more shows. Great guys out there, Bronco, some great food, tremendous servers and bartenders there. We had a great time during the NCAA tournament. We had all kinds of fun. Now, I finished my Neckbeard Nectar. Okay, this is very, very good. 13.3. Let me see. 13.5 alcohol by volume. So that means I'm feeling good, right? So I've mentioned my buddy, Larry Griffin, and his daughter, Chrissy, a couple times. We went to Boston. We share our birthday, May 15th. They send me, the last 2 years, they've sent me a Beer of the Month club. Now, it's not every month because they don't like me that much. I'm kidding. It's every 3 months I get 12 beers. So I get 6 beers from 2 different breweries, and each of them, it's 2 beers from each brewery. No, I'm sorry. 3 math is bad for me. It's 3 beers from each brewery. So I get 6 beers from each brewery. And what I got recently was the Packerland Pilsner. Okay. And some people that are Bears fans and diehard Bears fans would say, how can you drink a Packerland Pilsner? Boo. You know what? It's a Pilsner. It goes down real simple, Mike. Real simple. And so that's what I'm going to open now because I'm done with that and I still got more to talk. So it doesn't taste like pee. Okay, so it tastes good. So anyway, 2 more breweries I want to talk about. GarageBand Brewing is a brewery that I went to. I stopped at they have a barbecue place right next door called Mission One, I want to say it is. And GarageBand Brewing in Plainfield is celebrating their 3rd anniversary coming up. Their 3rd anniversary extravaganza, Friday through Sunday this coming weekend, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Get on out there. Great beer. Go on over to the barbecue place right next door. You have a wonderful, wonderful time. And then Imperial Oak Brewing. And this is weird. I stopped by Imperial Oak Brewing the other day, and there was no place to park. So I didn't stop because there was no place to park. They have their awesome 8th giant anniversary coming up June 4th. Now, there are a lot of other anniversaries coming up June 4th. A lot of other breweries have their anniversaries coming up now. But Imperial Oak does great, great beer. They have their place in Willow Springs. They have another place now in Brookfield. Used to be Brixie's. Tremendous, tremendous place. Great, great beer. So get that out there if you get the opportunity. I have no What's Up Fred's can. I'm too happy. I'm having too good of a time. Don't forget to see us next Sunday. Next Monday, I won't be here. I'll be recovering from Sunday. As the Saxon Cubs play, we will be at Coach's Corner, 8118, 143rd Street in Orland Park. Come on out. Say hi. Mike will be there. I'll be there. We'll have a great, great time. Thanks for jumping on in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll be back again the first week of June. Okay? Look forward to seeing you then. Until then, I'm going to pound this Packerland Pilsner just like we should pound Aaron Rodgers. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening here on 1252 Huebs Views and Brews right here on the 1252 Sports Network.
Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.